Before this week's game, make sure to install your game plan.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's hard to imagine this not being a fun game to watch. It's the Steelers going up against the Bears. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
It's the first weekend of autumn, and the NFL is in full swing as off we go on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Pittsburgh getting 16 yards there and also a first down.
And Martavis Bryant back in the fold, which delights not just himself, but, of course, his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. This guy, he can do it all, Brandon, able to go across the middle and stave off contact and make catches.
Sat out last year, as you're alluding to. Year before, though, 50 catches, 765 yards, and 6 touchdowns.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses. Doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It's a gain of 5. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. James has got it, complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another first down.
I don't mean to jump in on you, partner, but they didn't waste any time getting downfield, did they? I mean, a nice big play there.
3 plays, 3 successful plays in plus territory. Now this defense on its heels a bit.
It seems like they had something targeted there, doesn't it? It's like, okay, we've got a matchup we like coming right out of the gate. Let's go ahead and get right to it.
A gain of 6 there on first. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Deon Bush with a pick. He's at the 40, 20, And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
After the interception, here's Trubisky. And his first look is incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Trubisky now off the bootleg. And incomplete there. A nice... hit jars the ball free and brings up third down. And Charles, we get a look here at the key inactives, and I tell you what, a big list for being this early in the season.
If there's any silver lining at all, you're hoping you can get these guys back, and now you'll play well down the stretch with them. But what you're also hoping is that the guys who have to play for them, the next man up mentality kicks in, and those guys take care of business.
Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. Pretty lucky to get the football back. Had his target out there waving the arms, saying I'm open, but maybe didn't see him quick enough.
And I know the jokes are always about defensive backs' hands. What really actually happens, you don't get many opportunities. You get over anxious, and you start to think about taking it away and going the other way instead of focusing and catching the ball.
So they had great field position, but a 3-play drive that actually goes backwards, and then they kick the field goal.
And I think the key sequence in there, the key phrase you just gave us, a 3-play drive. Had the momentum, great field position, unable to move the football.
Now here's the signal caller getting ready to lead this offense again. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now whistles here before the snap, and it looks like one of the Steelers may have moved.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. Let's see what they go to here on third down and 6. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Now been hit, and he lost the football. It's loose.
Plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
That'll be a 47-yard punt, officially 5 on the return. And the Bears take over. Now a play fake here on first down. Now he's going to let it go deep, back over the middle. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
I know I'm not giving enough credit to the defenders because that pass was incomplete. But come on, it was A.J. Green. I always expect him to come up with the ball.
Yeah, on those deep routes especially, even on incompletions, it's fun to watch him run those routes.
It certainly is, but he eats up ground, and he usually goes up and gets it.
second down. It's Kaepernick. He'll buy some time right. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Doesn't matter who you're rooting for in this game. The effort of the man with the football, getting away from one and trying to turn forward and get some yardage, I really liked what he did there.
Now Kaepernick throwing on second down. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And that will fall incomplete. Oh, they took a shot there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They're staring up at a 3rd and 9 to start it out. Play action. Now Kaepernick. They'll roll him out right. Looking downfield for Kelsey. Got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. Travis Kelsey, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. That's an early touchdown grab for last week's NFC Offensive Player of the Week. He was so electric, and they talked about it all week long. Have to try to contain him.
And now for him, being able to focus on the task at hand and not just immediately assume that last week it totally carries over, but you got to like the start that he has, showing those great hands that we've seen from him throughout.
Here's Connor Barth for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. A reminder coming up in the Sunday night game, matchup you don't see very often, a rematch of Super Bowl 18. The Raiders traveling to Washington, and then tomorrow on Monday night we'll see the Cowboys heading to the desert to take on the Cardinals.
Former NFC East rivals.
And he'll be tackled at about the 35. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking. But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They'll go again with Bell. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Akeem Hicks with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. And, partner, it's safe to say that the secondary really contributed to that sack.
Yeah, nickel set, 5 defensive backs. They covered everything. Nowhere to go with the football. But my question is, why didn't he throw it away?
Here's Jordan Berry now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is taken at about the 14. A little juke. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
On play action, it's Kaepernick. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down.
Well, he did almost everything right. Excellent coverage, breaks on the football, just unable to haul it in and take it the other way. So he dropped an interception. The key for him now, don't dwell on it. Just move on to the next play.
They'll try and run for it with McCoy. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. He went backwards 5 yards there on third down to bring up fourth.
And, partner, in a lot of short yardage situations, you'll see the linebackers step up into the gaps, what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, to make sure they take away all spaces, all creases. That one worked really well for them.
Now only needed a yard, instead went backwards. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team inside the 20, and it's at the 17-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. When halftime rolls around in just a bit, we'll send you to Orlando. You will hear the dulcet tones of Mr. Larry Ridley with our EA Sports halftime report.
Does dulcet mean good?
Yeah, it's just something that broadcasters say. It's got to be good, right?
It's got to be
you
good.
Tell me.
Well, it's got to be good if Larry's doing it.
Man open right side. It's Rodgers. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. His throw incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. Vance McDonald, the tight end, was the target. And that'll make it third down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on first and second down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Pernell McPhee in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a fourth down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Excellent work on the run back there, 33 yards. And the offense will... take over with a new set of downs. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
And Green with a catch left side. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. A.J. Green as the first half is winding down, and the Bears will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Barthon for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. On second down, Roethlisberger. And McDonald here over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a... And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. So here's the Bears offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Now a first down carry here for McCoy. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. For McCoy in the last 7 years, 5 of them over 1,000 yards.
Underrated in how strong he is through the hole. But the best part of his game, open field, where he makes a whole lot of people miss.
In 2016, he was 7th in the league in rushing yardage. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. And, oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Let's go!
On third down, this is Howard. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first, they go right back to Howard. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And now they're in the hurry-up. On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. Now Howard. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. They run with Howard. He leaps over him. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and run it with McCoy. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it second and goal. To say they've kept him under wraps running the football, that's an understatement. He's been completely neutralized.
Yeah, they've essentially taken him out of the game, haven't they? And you know all the teams say, we're not going to let him beat us. Well, that's exactly what's happened here. They've lived up to that. Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe you change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays.
And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And that is going to be no good. He pushed it wide to the right. They have, by the way, gone to the third quarter now at Ford Field in Detroit. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try and get the running game going with Bell. And he'll take this one up to about the 13. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field. Here's Jordan Berry now, standing just about on his own goal line. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Able to avoid him at the 40. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting up.
And he will score. Touchdown, Chicago. Colin Kaepernick, his 3rd touchdown of the season, all coming in this game. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Well, you want to talk about making something out of nothing. Boy, he did that right there. What an incredible run.
Obviously a pass play, and he couldn't find anyone open downfield. But sometimes the receivers just run those defenders off, and it creates a wide open space.
Barth now for the extra point. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
This one complete, right side to McDonald. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's McDonald. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quentin Demps, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all. Game long, the pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Here's Kaepernick. They'll set up the screen to McCoy. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Here's Kaepernick to throw. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They'll give him a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Bears on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Kaepernick. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
And look at this. It's a fake. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. It's a big play that time on the fake punt. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Williams. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
That's complete right around the 8.
Illegal forward pass, offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Again, it's Kaepernick. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
Now Barth for the extra point. And the lead will grow by one more. That time, a 6-play drive. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now out come the Steelers. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Now Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these players are really for next week trying to get some momentum going.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play, as we'll get a timeout. As the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a fourth down. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary can really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
They are in the 4th and Buffalo. And give that one to the Broncos as they wind up. Thomas, 95 yards receiving in that one. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the two...
It got his man complete. And all the way down to the 29. And now we won't see... Play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Oh, Trubisky going to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 13-yard line. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. Into the red zone now. Kaepernick. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. They're all through up in Detroit, and it was the Lions who emerged victorious in that one. A win would be their second on the young season. Now Trubisky to throw on second. Being chased out left. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. That's how you, Charles. You play to the final whistle, I get that, but there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the other, the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, getting the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0, zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
Get ahead on your preparations for this week's game by setting up your game plan.
you.